Chairman. My first question is directed to Director Wray, and I have been tracking the public reports of anomalous health attacks worldwide, including public reporting that there may have been attacks domestically in the United States. And so, Director, what are you doing at the FBI with your agents to determine who is responsible for these attacks, and what message do you have to those conducting these attacks as to what you will do if you find out who they are?
For the question, thank you, Congressman. Certainly there is nothing more important to us than the health and safety of our own workforce and the intelligence community's workforce. We at the FBI are working very aggressively in a very concerted way together with our intelligence community partners who also have a huge role to play on this issue. Our role is doing interviews of victims and pursuing the investigation from both a potential criminal but also national security type perspective. But again, it's a victim-focused effort at the moment, and we are going to make sure that if we can figure out who is responsible, that we leave no stone unturned in holding them very firmly unaccountable. Because if this is an attack, it's totally unacceptable.
Thank you, Director. Thank you, Director. Moving to ransomware attacks, also something that has affected America's businesses, and John Chambers, former CEO at Cisco, predicts that there will be 60,000 ransomware attacks. The Bureau has worked to try and help America's businesses, but what additional resources do you need to, one, reach out and work with businesses who have been affected, reach out, provide perhaps cyber hygiene tools that they may need, and of course, to try and claw back any keys that have been stolen from them. And I would also welcome Secretary Mayorkas if he had any insights on this.
Well, thank you for the question. Certainly, ransomware has mushroomed significantly over the last year, and it's on pace to mushroom again this year. In terms of what we need, we have significant budget requests that have come before the Congress that are pending as part of a 5-year cyber strategy that I unveiled last September, a year ago. And part of that is designed to make sure that in every field office we have a true model cyber squad capable of handling a Colonial Pipeline, a JBS, a Kaseya, whatever it happens to be, in every field office. We also have the need to be able to improve our training, and we need more technical tools. And I would also say, I know there have been various legislative proposals swirling around about potential pay grade modifications for computer-trained cyber expert personnel in a number of agencies. And if something like that were to go into effect, obviously we would want it to apply to the FBI as well. And a lot of what those personnel are going to do is not just investigate, respond, and disrupt threats, but engage, to your point, with the private sector, with victims. That's one of the strengths, one of the things that the FBI can provide to the fight, is with 56 field offices and 250-something RAs, we can put agents on the doorstep of a victim, often within an hour or two, no matter where they are and when they get hit. And that's why we need the footprint to be able to make sure that we're doing right by all the victims.
Thank you, Director. And Director Mayorkas, actually, I'll follow up with you separately on ransomware, but I do have a question about the Reimbursable Services program for airports. All politics is local, and I have a local airport in Livermore, California, that would like to use this service, pay for it itself, so that as international flights come in, they can have border agents or CBP custom agents to receive the flights. Is that still a program that DHS supports if local airports want to do that?
It is, and it is a Congressman, thank you. It is a program that is implemented on a fact-specific, circumstance-specific basis, and we look forward to speaking with you about it and the jurisdiction that you identified.
Great, thank you. Chairman, I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Texas for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.